Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, The Housewife Historian, and we are here to talk the Real Housewives of Orange County today. While everyone else is talking Beverly Hills, I'm going to fill you in on Orange County because there was a huge announcement. Tamra Judge has confirmed that she is returning full-time to the Real Housewives of Orange County franchise, and you and I know that there are a lot of angry people out there that are not very happy about this. We want to talk about that. There is a lot of drama going around between Vicki, Andy, Jill Zarin. I mean, there's just, Heather Dubrow is like, slamming cupboards and breaking glass right now. Honest to God, she is somewhere in her mansion. But anyways, guys, before we jump into all of that, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, turn those notifications on. You guys never know when these crazy women are going to pop off with something crazy, and you want to be up to date on it, so turn those notifications on. Okay, guys, let's talk a little bit about Tamra on the Real Housewives of Orange County, okay? She was an OG to a lot of women, but she made a lot of enemies along the way. And even just being on her podcast for the couple of months that she had it, she pissed people off. So I think that's kind of Tamra's like MO. She's really not scared to make somebody mad. At least that's how it looks to viewers, right? So somebody on Twitter posted an insert from David Quinn's book, Roses at Rose. And if you guys know him, he was a producer for a long time, and he wrote a book and interviewed the women. And it was an insert on what the women thought whenever Tamara was fired from the Real Housewives of Orange County. Kelly Dodd's response was they thought it was crazy. Emily said she couldn't even believe it. She was shook, but she also thought that it was karma because Tamara had, that's what she got for trying to get somebody else fired all season. Lydia made a good point. She said there were so many ex-housewives that were cheering this on. They were privately texting each other, ding dong, the witch is dead. One of them threw a party where there was like 7 other housewives there sipping champagne and cheering to the fact that Tamara was fired from the OC. And I know Gretchen Rossi was one of these. Her and Slade actually went on a date, and they put it on Instagram that they were celebrating something, which they were basically celebrating Tamara getting fired from the Real Housewives of Orange County. Well, she's back, okay? She's back. This is so crazy, guys. So we know how much Vicki and Tamara love each other. They're kind of like a package deal. Even when Tamara was full-time last time and Vicki wasn't, she brought Vicki on a lot. Some more than viewers really thought that she should have, okay, or that production should have included in the season. They filmed together the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, and then shortly after, Tamra obviously has been in the making of a contract with Bravo. I mean, they didn't just come up with this, unless if Tamra is desperate to get back on the OC and she's working for, pennies. I'm sure that they went back and forth with contract with pricing, how much she was going to film and all of that. The Real Housewives of Orange County obviously not doing great in the ratings department probably helped her contract, get her more money. Now, the question would be, did Vicki know that Tamra was in the works to make a contract with Bravo? Because Tamra is telling the story as follows, but let me fill you in first on what actually happened. To my recollection, I feel like I read a Page 6 article prior to Jill Zarin's video stating that Tamra was coming back full-time as a housewife. Maybe I didn't read that. If you guys could comment if you remember reading a Page 6 article that confirmed Tamra Judds returned back to the Real Housewives OC prior to the 16th, because that was when Jill Zarin came out with this video. And she's walking along and she says, kind of sarcastically, breaking news, Tamra Judds making her full-time return to the Real Housewives of Orange County, and Vicki is devastated, okay? So she posts this. Tamra gets wind of it and she's pissed. Tamra tweets at Jill Zarin, F yourself, at Jill Zarin, and she says, you're like the thirstiest bitch that I know. Shortly after that, Tamra posts a short video, and she's holding the camera just like Jill was, except Tamra's walking through her kitchen, and she's like, guess what, guys? Breaking news. Jill Zarin is the thirstiest bitch I know. And so fans are like, damn, Tamra, like, you went a little hard on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Jill, in response to Tamra's short video, posts a video with her and her daughter. And she says, she apologizes to Tamra and says that she didn't mean to, announce something that she wasn't supposed to. She thought that Page Six had confirmed it and that she wished Tamra the very best and that she had no ill will towards Tamra. Basically, I didn't think it was mean. I thought it was kind of nice. I mean, it seemed somewhat sincere. And her daughter was like in the background and she was like, yeah, Tamra, like, we really wish you the best. And, my mom's sorry if she, overstepped. So Tamra never responds to any of that, of course, until her podcast with TEDDI, who is acting ecstatic. And, oh my gosh, Tamra, congratulations on going back full time. I'm so happy for you. Even though we all know TEDDI's devastated. She's heartbroken. Kyle is out here rallying nobody because there's nobody to rally, but she's out here rallying in the Daily Mail articles saying how amazing TEDDI would be if they brought her back because she could just really be herself and then everyone would see her and they would just love her. And you guys can go check that article out on the Daily Mail if you're interested in hearing about how great TEDDI would be back on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and how she's not going to do any more friend appearances unless she gets a full-time role. Nobody cares about that. I'm not trying to be mean here, but like Kyle really out here rallying at the Daily Mail to get TEDDI back on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's just crazy. Tamra would have a better chance of getting her on the Orange County. I feel like if anything, TEDDI had that podcast going before Tamra got on there. And if that podcast helped get Tamra back a full-time position, then you know what? You rally for TEDDI. Why aren't you rallying in the Daily Mail? Why aren't you telling Andy Cohen and producers and executives how amazing TEDDI is and how you've worked with her for all this time on this podcast and you think she would be, I could go on and I never even met her. Come on, Tamra, you sell yourself every day to Bravo to be, a full-time housewife. Surely you can sell TEDDI up too. Just saying, guys, TEDDI did have the podcast before Tamra came on there. She did. So she already had it established and she had a lot of the legwork done. And Tamra was able just to come on as basically like a panelist, but not because they like changed the name and obviously made it like the two T's in a pod, but it helped. Now Tamra, how she ended up announcing it, she says that when they finally, confirmed everything that she was going to be full-time, she asked Andy Cohen if he could please let her tell Vicki first because Vicki was going to be heartbroken, right? So Andy Cohen says, okay, Tamra, you can tell Vicki first. So she says she tells Vicki and that Vicki cries and she says that she's very happy for Tamra. And Tamra says, I tell her, please don't tell anyone. You cannot tell anyone. Like, I'm going to go to New York. I'll watch What Happens Live. And that's when we're announcing it. Please don't tell anyone. So Vicki says, okay, I won't tell anyone. They hang up and Vicki texts Andy Cohen. I don't know what she said. Tamra doesn't really say, but she says that Andy Cohen says, okay, Vicki, like, please don't tell anyone. Tamra is going to come to New York and make the big announcement. Like, please don't tell anyone. Vicki says, okay, I won't tell anyone. Well, Jill was having a big charity auction in the Hamptons because, the Hamptons is a place to be in the summertime. And Vicki was flying from Orange County to the Hamptons to Jill's charity event, which is where she told Jill that Tamra was coming back full time. Now, whether Vicki did this and didn't tell her that no one knew, didn't tell her that she wasn't supposed to tell anyone, we don't really know. Tamra says that Jill announced it in some sort of a subscription-only platform inside Instagram that's new. So she announced it there first for the people that are subscribing to her, I guess. I don't know. Are there people that pay for like Jill Zarin to follow her? I don't know. But anyways, that's where she announced it in some sort of a subscription Instagram part. And that's why Tamra thinks that she like did it on purpose. But anyways, she was still able to fly to New York. She was on Watch What Happens Live last night. Sutton Strack was on. She come out at the very end, rings the doorbell. Andy Cohen's like, oh my gosh, who's at the door? And Tamra comes out in this one piece that reminded me of the one piece that Teresa Giudice wore most recently on Watch What Happens Live. And she comes out and she says, you know, she comes over and she's like, I forgot something, Andy, and she grabs an orange, and then she turns around and says, the judge is back and drama's in session, something like that. And TEDDI, whenever Tamra on the podcast said it for TEDDI was like, oh my gosh, is that going to be your tagline? Knowing damn well, you know, come on. Anyways, guys, that's what's going on in the mess with Orange County. I also want to add side note, I see a lot of people saying this, like they were like, who cares if, you know, Tamra's full-time, she'll bring Vicki on as a friend. We're still going to end up seeing Vicki. I don't want to see Vicki and Tamra, blah, 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 blah. And when Tamra was on the podcast, that's exactly what she said. She said, I told Vicki, don't worry, like, I'm going to film with you as much as I can and bring you on. Like, please be cool. You know, take a friend role as my friend, my support. Like, I'm not trying to sound cocky. I'm just saying, like, I will bring you on. I will include you. And I know you're upset, you're hurt, but like, take the opportunity to be included so that maybe you can, you know, get a bigger opportunity next year. And that's one thing about Tamra. I do think she has a business mentality when it comes to those things. Just like she told the producer that basically got fired because of Heather Dubrow, you know, don't say anything cool, you'll never work again, basically. So yeah, Tamra is definitely coming back to the OC full time. So is Alexis. Not interested. I guess I'm interested to see what Alexis is gonna bring. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean by any sort of way, but like, I've followed Alexis on Instagram just to kind of see like what she is up to. And this was way before there was even talk about her possibly coming back full time. But it didn't really seem interesting. It seemed like her, like, with her 3 kids, dating another guy with his 3 kids, like, and moving them into a house at 2. It was like exactly like the whole Gina thing. Nothing looked any different than like life with you or me and our kids. So I guess I'm kind of interested to see like what kind of Alexis we're going to get all these years later, because I don't think rich and lavish is going to be the card she's going to be able to play this time, because the last time she was with Jim Bellina and they had all this money and he took care of her and she didn't have to work and he wanted her to be a housewife and et cetera, and that's definitely not going to be the narrative with her this year. Possibly, maybe she'll just be a friend role. Who knows? I want to know what you guys think Heather is thinking. Is Heather happy? Is Heather mad? I think that Heather is probably mad. She's got to be probably mad because like Tamara's getting a lot of buzz about her return, and I don't think that we got that much of a buzz about Heather's return from fans. Maybe we did, and I don't remember it because I was never a huge Heather Dubrow fan. But yeah, I think she's definitely gonna be pissed. She's definitely gonna be jealous. And I want to know what you guys think. Are you excited to see Tamra's return, or do you not want to see Tamra? And what do you think about Vicki? Do you want to see Vicki brought on as a friend, or do you not? Just curious. Yeah, I think that's all I have for Orange County right now. So I will be coming back with a Beverly Hills video, of course. So stay tuned, turn those notifications on. See you soon, guys. Bye. Bye.